They say some games aren't meant to be played, not because they're dangerous in the usual way, but because once you start, you might open something that was never meant to be touched. One of those is known as the elevator game. It's not new. It's not just a TikTok trend or a random Reddit thread. Its roots go deep. Urban legends pass from one terrified generation to the next. They say if you enter a building with 10 or more floors, completely alone, and press a specific sequence of buttons in an elevator, it might take you to a different world. Not in the sense of fantasy or dreams. This place isn't magical. It's wrong, twisted, quiet in a way that feels like something is holding its breath, watching you. This is the story of Hannah Rios, a 19-year-old college freshman in Chicago. She was smart, logical, the kind of girl who didn't believe in ghosts, rituals, or monsters in the dark. But she was also curious, obsessed with liminal spaces, backrooms lore, and horror games. She came across the elevator game one night while scrolling late at night on her cracked iPhone. A video showed a girl disappearing after stepping off an elevator on the 10th floor. Creepy but fake, Hannah muttered, brushing it off, but the idea stuck. For days, she researched the rules, the steps, the stories of people who claimed to visit the Otherworld. Most were clearly made up, but one detail repeated. If a woman enters on the 5th floor, don't speak, don't look, don't react. She is not what she seems. On a Friday night, with her roommate gone for the weekend and rain pouring outside, Hannah decided to try it, just to see. There was an old office building a few blocks from her dorm, tall, dark, mostly vacant. No cameras, no guards, and one ancient elevator still in service. She packed her phone, a flashlight, and a notebook for notes. It was after midnight when she arrived. The lobby lights flickered. Everything smelled faintly of mildew and metal. She stepped inside the elevator, the doors closing with a wheezing hiss. Her hands shook slightly as she began the pattern. Floor 4, floor 2, floor 2 again, floor 10, then floor 5. No interruptions. The elevator rattled and groaned as it rose. The air grew colder. She swore she felt something shift after floor 6, like gravity changed for just a second. Then came floor 5. The doors opened. A woman stepped in. Hannah's body went still. The woman wore a faded blue dress. Her hair was long, stringy, wet, like she'd just come out of a lake. She didn't look at Hannah, just stood facing the buttons, hands at her sides. But Hannah felt her staring. Every instinct told her to look, to acknowledge her, but her mind screamed no. Not human, not alive. The elevator rose again. The silence was unbearable. Hannah held her breath as they reached the 10th floor. Ding! The doors opened. The woman stayed behind. Hannah stepped out into a place that was not her world. The hallway was the same shape, the walls the same color, but something was off. The lights buzzed softly, flickering every few seconds. The windows at the far end revealed a sky that burned deep red, like a dying sun frozen in time. There were buildings outside, but they were blackened shapes, hollow and crumbling. No cars, no people, no noise, just wind that didn't move anything. Hannah whispered, "Hello?" But her voice sounded muffled, like she was underwater. She wandered the hallway, trying the doors, all locked. The air was thick and heavy, making her chest ache. It felt like the place was watching her. Then she saw something. Down the hall by the stairwell door, a tall shadow stood, unmoving. She turned away, heart racing. But when she turned back, it was gone. She sprinted back to the elevator, frantically pressing the button. After what felt like hours, it opened. Empty. She stepped in and repeated the return sequence in reverse. 10, 2, 5, 10, 6, 2, 4, 1. The elevator jerked and began to descend, but it didn't feel right. The lights inside flickered violently. Her reflection in the mirrored wall didn't blink when she did. And once, just once, she saw a second shadow behind her, just outside the camera's view. When the elevator finally opened on the first floor, she ran out into the street. The city looked the same, but also it didn't. The traffic lights blinked in the wrong rhythm. The air was colder. People passed her on the sidewalk, but none of them met her eyes. It was as if the world was slightly off-key, tilted, quiet, unreal. She made it home, shaken but alive. Her roommate returned Sunday night, but when she saw Hannah, she dropped her backpack and stepped back. "What's wrong with your eyes?" she asked. Hannah blinked, confused. "What?" Her roommate stared. "Your eyes, they're green." But Hannah had always had brown eyes. Always. She ran to the mirror. Her eyes weren't just green, they glowed faintly, like glass reflecting forest light in the dark. The days after that got worse. She couldn't sleep. Food tasted like dust. Her phone worked, but no one texted anymore. Her friends claimed she wasn't answering, but she'd received nothing. Sometimes when she closed her eyes, she saw that red sky again. Sometimes when the elevator across the street dinged open, she'd catch a glimpse of the woman in the blue dress, standing inside, staring straight at her window. Now she barely speaks. She just sits in the dark, eyes glowing, watching that elevator, waiting. Because some nights, when it arrives on the 5th floor, it doesn't leave. It waits, like it's calling her back. So if you ever come across the elevator game, if curiosity tempts you to try it, just once, don't, because even if you come back, you might not be the one who returned.
Please like and subscribe the channel and comment which part you have liked the most in the video. And please comment from which country you watch my videos, and what can be your next topic. You can also comment, and please subscribe the channel, because I research a lot to make this type of videos. Please support me so that my videos get a million of views, and I'm just stuck towards some of my goals, and I'm just very conscious towards my goal. And please subscribe the channel, please like the video, share the video, and comment which part you like the most.